Well, the railroad stations must have been busy places and other days.
They were real too. Those stations didn't have too many.
That's where people used to gather to exchange the day's news.
So a lot of people.
Wait for the evening train. See who'd come on it.
And I suppose in the morning that people went out on it.
Mm-hmm. For the day's work.
Yes, we haven't got our
I think it's a mistake to take up the railroad. I do.
I do too.
Because we're never gonna like it if we have to have big planes going over the city
All the time.
as freight. We're never gonna like that noise, never. I won't be here probably when they get to that, but they probably will.
In time.
But it won't be nice.
Well, you all must have gone on the trains
Yes.
then, and
Yeah.
It wasn't too long ago
I drive
either.
along the wall.
Of course, out in New York for $5, couldn't you come back, stay a weekend, I think, or
Well,
something
we
like that.
had,
Very-
yeah,
They used to have
very
those
cheap.
excursions in the fall.
excursions. First time I went to the Washington,
I mean,
went
that'd
down
be
on
your
the
train
excursions.
fare.
That regular excursion in October,
Yes,
wasn't it?
that's right.
I guess the planes are cleaner. What carries the men now? Electricity?
Oh, trains,
you know,
Planes.
planes.
Gasoline,
yeah,
Oh, gasoline?
big supply.
It's a different
I've often
type of
wondered, I never
gasoline.
knew.
You'll have to get a talkie. It tells you everything.
The trains were dirty things, I remember that.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I was sorry to see the New York Central coming in on the west side because that spoiled our home
Yeah, it's too much
right
smoke.
down with the, but we used to always see the circuses come in here. I thought our man came in this afternoon. because
Looking
he-
at it.
He told about the elephants going across the river when the Lafayette Bridge was being built. And they had been coming and going across the river, the elephants had. And so, anyway, he said he saw, I didn't happen to see this, I did see that. The boys teased me for years about the elephants, because I wanted to see all there was to see, you know, and all I could see was the elephants, great big hoof, you know, at the bottom of the car, train. And so I always they had a great joke on me because I couldn't see anything but the poor elephant's leg. They teased the life out of me. Well, this man said he saw them when the elephants refused to go across because they had never gone across a bridge like that. That bridge wasn't there when they first came to Ogdensburg. And so they went across the river, swam way across the river to go over to the fairgrounds. But I didn't see that. I was unfortunate.
Makes me think of tying horse cuffs on my foot when I was going barefoot. And Uncle said, the barefoot wasn't an elephant.
Well, the circus was a wonderful thing, really, for Ogdensburg.
That used to be a big event though, when those circuses came and all turned out to see them. They got here about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right out of my
And then
windows,
they
I
came
used
right
to
over and
watch
set
it.
up their tents, and they had it right over where OFA is now. And one year, my oldest brother was home. We'd always been dying to go, but they wouldn't let us go. And he took us, and that was the first time, and I've never forgotten it. But they took us to see just what they did when they unloaded over there at the depot and came home, and he took us around where they
I
got
was
their
there.
breakfast, and we saw them get their breakfast.
Oh, dear.
That was a big day for us.
It was a wonderful day, one of the biggest days for the circus, though. Barnum Bill, I think, the Ringing Brothers, I'm not sure.
That's the first circus I ever saw.
They used to tell a story there by City about the circus come there, and an old girl went there at the show, along with a good many others, of course. Oh, she says, see the elephant, see the elephant. Two tail, one in each end.
It really was quite a sight. There, I don't know whether you people remember, we had an awful storm. And the circus came in early, and they couldn't perform. The parade managed to.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Mhm.
Well, then, my father and mother and my uncle and my aunt all went to the circus. And of course I went too. And I'll never forget, as long as I live, the circus had to stop. And everybody had to get out because the storm was terrible. The rain was raining terribly.
That clay.
And to see all those old people, my father and mother, or not my father, rather, was lame and he couldn't hardly walk, and my uncle couldn't walk, and they slobbered along through in streetcars. We hadn't had streetcars too awfully long, but they all had to get on the streetcar to get home. But it was awfully funny to see all the old people trying to get away from the circus, especially mine.
There's
Well, that doesn't tell you much about the river, does it?
Stories of the early life.
Well,